Your baby already knows something about you that you don't know about yourself. They know when your smile is real and when it isn't. They know when your body is tense, even if your voice sounds calm. They know when you're truly with them and when part of you is somewhere else entirely. They cannot express any of this out loud. They don't have the words yet, but they are communicating it to you every single day through the way they reach, the way they settle, and the way they look at your face like it's the only thing in the world that matters, because to them, it is. In this video, we're going to go inside 5 things you do every day, things that feel completely ordinary, and uncover what your baby is actually experiencing in those moments, what they wish you knew, what their little nervous system is quietly recording. Stay with me through number 3, because that one is going to entirely change the way you respond the next time your baby gets upset. And number 5, I have never shared this one without a parent tearing up. This is not a guilt video. This is a translation. Your baby has been trying to tell you something. Let's listen. If this kind of content helps you feel closer to your baby, subscribe, because that's all this channel does. Let's start with the thing your baby watches more carefully than anything else in their entire world. Thing 1. Your baby is reading your face, not your words. You are having a hard day. You are exhausted, stretched thin, and quietly overwhelmed. But you pick your baby up, you put on a soft voice, and you say, "Hi, sweet girl. Hi, hi, hi." And your baby looks at you, really looks at you. Not at your mouth, at your eyes. Here is what's happening. Long before your baby understands a single word you say, they have become an expert in one language: your face. Specifically, the tiny, involuntary, uncontrollable micro-expressions that flash across it dozens of times a minute. The tightness around your eyes when you're stressed. The slight flatness of a smile that isn't fully felt. The way your gaze softens when you're genuinely at peace. Your baby is reading all of it, constantly, with a precision that would honestly be unsettling if it weren't also so deeply beautiful. Developmental researchers have found that babies as young as a few months old respond differently to genuine expressions of warmth versus forced ones. They're not fooled. Their nervous system responds to what's real, not what's performed. This doesn't mean you have to feel perfect to parent well. It means something far more freeing. Your baby doesn't need a happy face. They need an honest one. A face that says, "I see you, I'm here, and whatever I'm feeling, it is safe between us." You don't need to pretend. You just need to stay connected. And those are very different things. Now, thing 2, and this one goes even deeper. Because your baby isn't just reading your face. They're feeling something that lives inside your body before it ever reaches your expression. Thing 2. Your baby feels your stress before you do. It's a Tuesday afternoon. Nothing dramatic has happened. But you're carrying something. A conversation that didn't go well. A bill you're worried about. A low hum of anxiety you can't quite name. You pick your baby up for a feeding and they won't settle. They're fussy, restless. They keep pulling off and arching their back and you cannot figure out why. Here's what your baby wishes you knew in that moment. It might be you. Not in a blaming way, in a biological way. When you are stressed, your body changes. Your heart rate shifts, your muscle tension increases, your breathing becomes shallower. Your arms hold just slightly differently. And babies, whose entire survival depends on reading the person holding them, pick up on every single one of those signals. Their nervous system is in constant conversation with yours. Researchers call this co-regulation, the way a baby's physiological state mirrors and responds to the caregivers. When you are settled, they can settle. When you are activated, their system activates too, even if they have no idea why. What your baby wishes you knew is this. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do before you try to soothe them is take one slow, deliberate breath yourself. Let your own shoulders drop. Feel your feet on the floor. Because your calm isn't just good for you. It is literally the medicine your baby's nervous system is looking for. Number 3. I told you this one would change something for you, and I meant it. because it challenges one of the most instinctive things parents do. Thing 3. Your baby needs the pause, not the fix. Your baby starts crying, and everything in you, every loving, protective instinct you have, launches into action. The bouncing, the shushing, the pacifier, the singing, the switching positions. You are problem solving at full speed because you love them and you cannot stand to see them uncomfortable. But here is what your baby is actually experiencing in those first few seconds before you fix it. They are having a feeling, a real, full, overwhelming feeling. Hunger, pain, loneliness, overstimulation, fear. And that feeling needs one thing before it needs a solution. It needs to be acknowledged. It needs a moment of, I see that something is happening for you. I'm here. I'm not panicking. I'm not rushing past this. When we move to fix too fast, before that brief moment of acknowledgement, babies can learn something subtle but significant over time. They learn that feelings are things to be stopped, not felt. That distress is an emergency to be resolved, rather than an experience to be moved through with someone safe. The pause doesn't have to be long. A breath. Eye contact. I hear you. I'm right here. And then the soothing. That sequence, seen, then soothed, is what teaches your baby's developing brain that emotions are survivable, that feelings come and go, that they are not alone in them. That is not a small lesson. That is the beginning of emotional resilience. Number 4. And this one reframes something parents experience multiple times every single day. Something that often feels like a problem, but is actually something much more remarkable. Thing 4. Your baby is asking a question every time they cry. Every cry your baby makes is not just noise. It is not just need. It is a question. The question is always the same one, asked in 100 different ways across 100 different moments. And the question is, are you there? Are you there when I'm scared? Are you there when I'm hungry at 2 a.m.? Are you there when I'm lonely in my crib and the room is dark and I don't understand yet that you still exist when I can't see you? Are you there when I'm overwhelmed and I don't know what I need and I can't tell you and I just need to know that you are somewhere close? Every time you respond, not perfectly, not immediately every single time, but consistently, warmly, reliably, you are answering that question. Yes, I'm here. You can count on me. And what early attachment research tells us is that the answer to that question, given over and over in the first months and years of life, becomes something your child carries inside them long after they stop crying for you. It becomes their internal sense of safety, their baseline expectation of the world, their quiet, cellular belief that they are not alone. You are not just responding to a cry. You are building a foundation, and you are doing it dozens of times a day, in moments that feel so small you might not even remember them tomorrow. Your baby will. And that brings us to number 5, the one I told you about at the beginning, the one about leaving, sometimes leaving and what actually stays. Thing 5, your baby remembers the return, not the leaving. You have to go back to work. You have to hand them to the babysitter. You step out of the room and they cry, and your heart absolutely breaks. And you spend your entire commute wondering if they feel abandoned, if they think you're gone forever, if this is somehow hurting them. Here's what your baby wishes you knew. What they are building in their memory, what their nervous system is actually recording, is not the moment you left. It was the moment you came back. The way you walk through the door and your entire face changes. The way your voice reaches them before your arms do. The way everything in their body says, there. There they are. I knew it. I knew they would come. Attachment researchers call this the secure base, the internal working model your baby builds of you as someone who goes and comes back and goes and comes back. And over time, that pattern does something extraordinary. It teaches your baby that separation is not abandonment, that distance is not disappearance, that the people who love them leave sometimes and return. That understanding, built through hundreds of ordinary comings and goings, eventually becomes your child's capacity to handle goodbyes, to trust relationships, and to feel secure even when the people they love aren't physically present. You are not traumatizing your baby by leaving. You are teaching them, one return at a time, that love is reliable, that you always come back. Think about what that means. Every single time you walk back through that door, tired, still in your work clothes, arms already reaching, you are giving your baby one of the greatest gifts of their entire emotional life. You are proving it again. I came back. I always come back. 5 things. 5 ordinary, daily, unremarkable moments are quietly building something inside your baby that will outlast every toy, every milestone, and every carefully planned experience you will ever give them. Your face, your breath, your pause, your answer, your return. That is what your baby is made of. That is what they are absorbing, recording, becoming. And here's the truth I want to leave you with. You don't have to be a perfect parent to give your baby everything they truly need. You just have to keep showing up. Keep coming back. Keep trying to understand what's happening behind those eyes when they look at you. The fact that you watched this video, that you wanted to understand, that already tells me everything about the kind of parent you are. Your baby is lucky, and somewhere in that little body, in a way they can't say yet, I think they already know it. If this moved you, share it with a parent who needs to hear it today. Subscribe if you want more of this. We go deep on baby psychology, emotional development, and what's really happening inside your baby's mind every single week. And leave a comment below. Which of these 5 hit you the hardest? I want to know. Take care of yourself. Your baby needs you, and so does this community. I'll see you in the next one.